thankful for her wavy stories. Hold on to the lifetime we won't get back. I know these rivers carry on. People tend to stick to you after time. Places tend to do the same as we do. This river carries on and on.
Hello and welcome to Kankakee Podcast, where we talk about the people and places of Kankakee County. I'm Jake Lamore, and maybe we should be calling this the Kank Podcast because we're recording this on April Fool's. And if you follow us on Facebook or even on Instagram, our April Fool's joke was that the city of Kankakee and the Kankakee County Board said we could not use Kankakee in our name any longer. It wasn't legal. So we had to change our name to the Kank Podcast. And I'm bringing that up today just because our guests saw the prank or the April Fool's joke, and we've been talking about it. But I am certainly delighted to welcome both Ivas and Hayli Martenez of Haylibug Lemonade to the podcast. Welcome to you both. And off mic, I should mention, we have friends as well. We have Big Santana and Little Santana here. So it's great to have everyone here. I haven't had this many people in the studio in a while, so it's it's nice to sit down with everyone. So before we get deep into conversation about what Haylis Law is all about, what Haylibug Lemonade is all about, you actually brought some special lemonade for us to try. So what do you know what's in this? What kind of lemonade is this?
Well, I'm not going to tell you the flavor.
I have to guess, right?
Yes.
Because it's
They're
April
both
Fool's.
good,
Yeah, right. And Little Santana has to try this too. And he's shaking. Are you scared? He says he's not scared. Okay. All right. I'm not scared either. So
Okay, but wait first.
Should I smell it
I think you should do the whole thing. Smell it.
Yeah.
Swish it around.
Analyze it.
Mm.
It smells like
What does
It smells like a lot of sugar.
no sugar.
There's no sugar in
No
here?
sugar.
So
Sour.
you use just a sweetener?
Honey.
Or it's honey.
Local honey.
Oh. I have no idea. Well, there's obviously the honey flavors in there.
Definitely. Lemon juice.
Lemon juice.
And water.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Can I try it now?
How about you guys
Or
try
do-
it at the
Try
same time?
Oh, okay. All right. Cheers, bud. Oh, there we go. Yeah.
There
Cheers,
you
bud.
go.
There we go. Cheers. All right. Oh my. That's really good.
That's good.
What do you think it tastes like? You don't have any idea. I still have no idea what it tastes like either. It just tastes really good.
Try it
I'm not.
again. Try
We
it
need
All
a
again.
right,
name.
I'll try it
Yeah,
again.
we need
You
a
got-
flavor.
Oh, you need a name.
We need a
You
flavor.
gotta
Mm.
inhale it. The flavors.
I
Swish
mean,
it around.
it kind of reminds me of like gummy bears and Starbursts. I know that's not really a name you can use, but
But which flavor?
Yeah, what flavor? Like, name a fruit. There you go.
strawberry. I don't know.
We're gonna need a name, Jake. We're gonna
Yeah,
need a
we-
name before it's
By
over
the
with.
end of the
Oh.
podcast,
We're gonna need a name.
we're gonna
all
know
right,
that.
all right. I will ferment my thoughts on
Okay.
that, and by the end of the episode, maybe I'll have a name picked out. Fruity Tootie. I don't know. That's the first thing that comes to my mind.
We tried to make that one of the names.
That might
before.
be a copyrighted name. I don't know.
That's what I was saying.
That's Tutti Frutti.
Tutti Frutti.
But we might can say it backwards and spell it different.
Oh, okay. Well, that's true. I mean, yeah, you might be able to get away with that.
Well, we could call it the JP.
the JP.
The Jake.
Oh, the Jake P.
Yeah, the Jake P.
Okay. I don't know. It tastes good.
You like that?
Yeah, I'll think about it.
Okay.
I'll think on it.
Cool
Yeah.
beans.
So it's great to finally have both of you here. I remember, what was it, 2018 when this all started?
Yes.
Or was it 2017?
It started in 2018.
Okay. So now I remember hearing about a Hayli on the local news. Obviously, most everyone does, whether it was on the radio or it was actually on local Chicago TV, maybe even made some of the national news outlets, I would imagine, at this point. International.
We went international. It went worldwide.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe even before we dive into the lemonade portion of your lives, where does life start for you, Iva? Are you a lifelong resident of Kankakee?
I'm a kank.
You're a kank. I'm a kank.
I'm a kank. I'm a true kank. I grew up in Kankakee. I am a native. I am proud of where I come from, but I'm more excited about where I'm going. And I'm glad that I had some experiences in life and I wanted to come back to bring some of the flavor from where I was here.
Well, where were you?
Atlanta.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I left here and went to Atlanta. And 17 years later, I came back with a kid.
I'm born
the
in
same
Georgia.
age.
Wow.
Yeah, I was born in Georgia.
Yeah.
East Point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So what brought you back? You just missed home, or?
No way possible. My mom actually got sick and I had to come home. And 6 months later, she passed. And then 6 months later, we had to figure out what we were going to do. And a year later, we made lemonade to survive, to keep our inheritance, to stay together, to teach her entrepreneurship, but also to keep my sanity during the mental health part about grieving, loss, moving back, just life itself. And coming back to heal in a hurt place was different, but I'm glad I came back.
So with all those obstacles, was it just hard for you to, you're like, you know what, there's no way I can go work for someone at this time, so I'm going to make my own job for myself?
I've always been an entrepreneur. When I left Kankakee, I had already owned my own salon here. I had already owned my own shoe store here. I come from a family of entrepreneurs that own their own businesses, and it was just third generation love passed down to me. So I wouldn't trade anything for my journey. But is it hard to be an entrepreneur in Kankakee? Yes, it is very hard to be an entrepreneur in Kankakee.
I think it's getting easier, though.
I think what's making it easier is people like you and I. Just like you have Kankakee Podcast, I have Kankakee as talent. I think the more that we support each other and the more that we talk about each other, the more that we cross over and we blend conversations, whether it's music, art, history, or education, politics, whatever. If we start having more conversations like this, it makes a difference. And this is what I love to do.
I absolutely agree with that. Every little bit helps,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it's 2018. Your mom passes away. You are thinking, how did lemonade come into the picture? Did Hayli, was that your idea? Was that your mom's idea?
Honestly, that was my grandmom's idea.
So
Yeah.
she had that idea in the back of her mind before
It's
she
kind
passed
of
away.
like we use it as literal, like life. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. You know that metaphor?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, I guess my granny made it, like as life, not the actual drink. It's like a life lesson for expecting the unexpected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always loved that metaphor. You just you make the best with what you have available.
Mm-hmm.
And no one is going to sit there and eat a raw lemon most times. I mean, there are people that do. But most of us don't.
I'm going to tell you the funny part about that. When I was pregnant with Hayli, I actually used to cut lemons up and put them in a bowl and put salt on them and literally sit in the bed and literally eat lemons, just bite into them. And it was so bad.
You must have been so thirsty. That would make
It was
my
so
mouth
beautiful.
so.
That's why I like
No.
sour stuff now.
There you go.
Well, I didn't know that the acid from the lemons tears up the enamel of your teeth.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
acidic.
it does,
Ma.
yeah.
That's
So
the
when I
pH
end up going to the
balance.
dentist, because I was like, my teeth acting funny. And they were like, well, what are you doing? I was like, I eat lemons. And they're like, you're messing up the enamel of your teeth. And I'm like, well, I don't want dentures at 35 having a kid later.
Well,
So I had to pull out the lemons.
Ma, that's the pH balance. It's
What's pH balance?
the pH balance
What's
is
pH?
I
Science.
forgot.
It's chemistry.
Yeah, we learned this in science.
You know what pH balance is? Little Santana?
That's when it tells the difference between acidic and base, and if it's a base.
Yeah. All right.
Shout out to Miss Messenbring, my science teacher.
All right. I like that. Getting a refresher course. It's been a while since I've heard anyone talk about pH levels.
You know the lowest balance of the pH
No, I can't remember that.
or the maximum
I don't remember that either.
is 0 to 14.
Okay.
The neutral is 7.
7.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was somewhere close to 20. I knew it was past 10, but 14's not that far from 20. I was close.
All right, I got a
failed.
quiz. I got a quiz for you guys.
Okay.
Sorry for the interview.
No.
We're talking about
I love
lemonade.
quizzes.
We're doing a little science education, okay? Now, is cleaner acidic or basic?
Is a
Well,
cleaner?
Yeah, like a kitchen
Acidic.
cleaner.
like a kitchen
Or
cleaner.
Acidic.
It has to be.
Acid.
It has to be acidic.
You're
Wait,
wrong.
I'm trying to
Oh,
say
I
acidic.
knew that was a trick question.
Acidic?
It's acidic.
Why?
Acidic or
Why is it
acid?
not?
Acidic.
Is it acidic or
It's
acidic?
no, it's acidic.
It's
Why-
acid.
Well, so why is it not acidic?
I don't know. I just know that it's a base.
It's a base.
It's a base.
I would think a cleaner would be
Water's
acidic.
a base,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't know that.
Now what's salt? What's salt?
Oh.
This is
Well, that has to be acidic because it
Okay.
eats away at things.
You're right. There you
Yeah.
go.
Okay.
All right. Can we get a clapping sound?
Okay. I guess-
Yeah.
Thank you. If I keep this up, I might be allowed to continue to host my own show.
Back to you, Jake.
Thank you, Hayli. Oh, that has been brought to you by the fine people at
At the cank.
the
That's crazy. That sounds like a
Lysol.
real commercial.
Lysol, the cleaners, the cleaning products. So your grandmother Hayli
Yeah.
inspired making lemonade, and so when that started, how did you make your lemonade, and where did you sell your lemonade?
Well, I sold it in front of my house, and my mom is who came up with the idea. So
How did you make the lemonade? What was it made?
she was trying different things. She was
Yeah.
experimenting. My mom's a really bright person. She's very creative. She'll mix anything together.
So it wasn't Country Time lemonade we're mixing?
Not at first.
Not at first.
Not at first.
Because I feel like that's how most people start. You go
But
to the store, you buy the big thing of
it's
powder.
artificial
right?
sweetener.
Oh, right.
So the good part about it is once Country Time donated to Hayli.
Oh,
Country Time, once the lemonade stand got shut down, and then once the water issue had been taken care of in the house, and after the public embarrassment and publicity and all and going worldwide, Country Time sat in and sent Hayli $13,000. And that $13,000 was to compensate for the monies that she lost for the summer, to also encourage her to keep going. And then it was also to take her out of public school and put her into Bishop Mack. It was a huge difference. It was like going from $0 to $7,000, and you only have 13, and you still have to live 12 months, and then you can only sell lemonade for
a certain amount of time.
right. And then it's like during the shutdown, the pandemic happened. Now we can't do anything. So how are we making it, right? The house becomes a landmark right before the shutdown. So I had already been working on her music studio, on my art gallery. I have been working with local artists like Santana myself to become authors, to be able to have creative control over your art. I started working with different kids in the neighborhood, working with Kids Corner of Chicago with Delise Williams, and we just started being advocates in the community. Started giving away stuff. Started performing. She's a DJ. We started performing at Universal Soul Circus, giving toys away with Chance the Rapper.
Toy Expo.
Is that where there's just a ton of different toys?
Mega. It's like Mattel. It's like the release of
the
toys before it even hits the scene.
Okay, I was going to say,
26,000.
so it's like the brand new toys that are about to hit the market.
And
Oh,
they-
that would be
fun 'cause
exciting.
We playing hockey in there. And it's so cool. And there's a whole bunch of little kids.
I
and you
didn't know
see
that
different
existed.
Themes,
Oh, yeah. It's always at
like
the
Star
McCormick.
Wars and
McCormick
stuff.
Place.
And they had never had a kid DJ.
Oh.
So she was there first. So they actually invited her to come back until the age of 18.
Okay.
So that was pretty cool.
And are you 17 now? Or you're 14?
I'm 13.
You're 13.
I'm going to be 14.
You said-
Wait a minute, hold on. She's not driving. She cannot make her own
Well,
decisions.
not yet.
I think the reason why I thought 17 is because you said the number 17 earlier, and I think that's why that stuck out in my brain.
Wow.
Yeah. So you can come back when you're 18 to DJ that event again. That's really cool.
Yeah.
But going back to starting, selling the lemonade out of your house, you're coming up with different concoctions. What was one of the first experiments you did with making the lemonade? Do you remember?
I think
as far as ingredients, like what worked and what didn't work. I'm not asking you to give away your secret. But
That's cool. Well, I was actually in the kitchen and a friend of mine was over and I think she was at school when I very first tried it. And I had made some lemonade and it was the watermelon flavor. And then he left and he came back and he said, you know what? We need to add something cinnamon to this. So let's try some red hot candy with it.
Oh my gosh.
So I was like, well, how are we going to melt the red hot candy into a syrup to mix it with this? But then that's adding sugar. So me being the chemist that she says that I am, I actually turned around and I melted it, figured out how to do it.
How
poured it
did
in
you
there.
melt it?
Oh, man.
How do you melt the red hots?
You can melt any candy. I mean, it's just a matter of heat and it's a matter of the right type of instrument.
Matter, science word, just a fact.
Matter, fact.
And
we're getting all of our science
equal
today.
it
I
out,
love this.
balance it. Just balance it out.
Balance.
But watermelon mint was the first one, and then when she came home, I had put it in ice trays and froze it. I had made sensational cups.
Yeah, I was gonna say. At first, we made sensational cups, and then
You know what that is?
No.
Oh wow!
it's when you pour like any drink. Like it's usually made for like Kool-Aid or lemonade, or any type of juice. You freeze it, put it in the freezer, and then for me, usually I tear off the edges of the little 50-cent cups that I had, and I just eat it. Or my mom does. She I
pop it and then I flip it upside down.
and then that's
You
why
ever had an icy cup?
What, an icy
cup.
Icy cup?
No, not a slushy, not an icy, like a frozen.
Probably somewhere.
Okay, Jake.
You need to get out the house more.
Okay, we're gonna have to hook you up with
I'm
some
not
culture.
cultured enough. Yeah, I guess I'm not cultured enough. I've been living under a rock along the Kankakee River for the past 30 years of my life.
Oh my gosh.
So you're concocting all these different types of flavors of lemonade. You're at this point probably people in the neighborhood are starting to recognize what you're doing and things like that. And you mentioned this a couple minutes ago, and that's when I remember things getting interesting and the publicity starting to happen in the news and so forth. Was your water got shut off? What was it? The health department came, right? And they shut your water off. Or they didn't shut your water off. They shut you down because your water was shut off.
Because, yes, that's correct. And it's so funny because this part never was cued in on. they were billing me for the house next door. I had 3 account numbers, and had not one of the 4 plumbers that I had come out discovered that, I wouldn't have never known. So when he discovered that it was 3 different account numbers, when I called Aqua, it was like they was taking the money I was paying on mine and putting it on the house next door, which made me suspicious, which made me start researching to find out the houses were built together.
Oh.
The whole subdivision was owned by the same man that built our house, which used to be the state's attorney of Kankakee, Daniel H. Paddock.
Okay.
So it's like as I was discovering stuff and becoming a landmark and finding out the building of the neighborhood and more information, we became a target. So it's like I've noticed in Kankakee that if you call somebody on their mistakes, they will never admit that they do it. They just smooth it over, and then they just sweep it under the rug, and then they just expect you to be okay. Well, in my case, we weren't okay. Are we okay right now? Still no. Did it cause a wedge between me and my daughter and in our business? Yes. Did it discourage her to want to come back and do her lemonade again? Yes. Did it discourage me for wanting to come out and do more stuff in the neighborhood? Yes. But I take it as a compliment. Because I bet you every time they hear lemonade, they think about me and Hayli. So I think we put some on their mind.
I'm sure they do. I'm sure they think of you. So what happened after the health department shut you down? Because this happened or did it just happen the one time?
The one time.
Okay, so what happened after that?
So in June, the house got in the newspaper, made the headlines on the front page that we were a landmark.
And this was
2019.
That's 2019 at this
So
point.
that was in June on my birthday.
Okay.
So less than
what day?
June 22nd.
Oh, okay. I'm June 3rd.
I'm June 22nd.
Okay.
You Gemini?
I'm a Gemini. Yeah, look out.
A Gemini.
I'm a Gemini cricket.
Gemini.
Oh, you're
a Gemini.
Yo, let's go.
Awesome. Oh boy, this is a dangerous place
I'm
right
telling
now. All
you.
these Geminis.
All these too many people in one room.
Mm-hmm.
So in June, they announced the landmark. We were on the front page. In July was Lemonade Meets Cold Cops. Why? We had already been selling lemonade for a year. We had already been all over Chicago. We had already been in the newspaper. No one was bothering us. It was just a group of haters. It was a group of nosy people. I just say that they were just not interested in what I was trying to do. What I was trying to do was build a bridge in my community and do something different, such as a Black History Art Museum. Anything that you do outside the norm, you're gonna catch the flack for it. So I took the punches, but I knew they wasn't gonna buy the lemonade from me. So strategically, I talked my daughter into going outside and working with me. I didn't want her to work for me. I wanted her to work with me, especially when your kids sometimes have to go to work with you.
It's a team, or it requires a team, or at least a duo, if anything.
Yeah, that's how family works, right?
Which we are.
I mean, but it's like she helped me through it so much because it's like honey is a diuretic. It helped me lose weight. Honey helps you go to sleep. She, if you catch a cold, I remember catching a cold and I was like, I want to make me a little hot toddy. She was like, what's that? I was like, honey, tea, the other stuff that come in it. But I was like, but I don't want the liquor part. I said, I just want that flavor.
Yeah.
So she actually took the lemonade and put it in the microwave and heated it up. So now you can do the lemonades hot, cold,
Trust
frozen,
me, it
slushy.
works. I've gotten sick
It never
a few
loses
times
its content. It never loses its flavor. And we're just thankful that it can be expanded at this point.
Right. So I probably should emphasize the reason why, because this is the key to the whole story that ties in Haylis Law, which is now in existence in Illinois. The health department first shutting you down because you did not have any running water. Why were they able to do that?
I never understood why they were able to do it when it was never a law. It wasn't anything in place with a city ordinance. They were actually after another little girl about a cupcake law, which has totally different ingredients, total different locations. And Hayli was just a target. And like I said, Hayli was a target for me. But they didn't have anything in place. So when they said we were facing fines, what is there a fine to and where is it in writing? So that's when they ended up with Commissioner Snipes. And Commissioner Snipes is a fan of this little girl right here. And you do not mess with that man's snacks, lemonade, food, nothing. Don't mess with that man's food. So he wrote the bill. And then he actually gave it to Toy Hutchinson. Then Toy Hutchinson was switching her position. And then Senator Joyce. And then it was, the campaigning, and then it was just the helping people out. Senator Joyce endorsed her to tourism. So I even had to learn about tourism. So when you ask me what's the law is no kid in the state of Illinois can be shut down. They can start their own lemonade stands. Their lemonade is not her lemonade. That's what everybody seems to not understand. It's not just a drink. His lemonade might be dancing. His lemonade is his book. Your lemonade
his
may
attraction.
be
It means your attraction or your desire.
your
to do
podcast.
something.
Her thing is music. Mine is fashion and all the other fun stuff I like to do that
Art.
gets on her nerves.
A lot of art.
But if I can just take what he does and do a book signing, and he opens up the show for his dad, and he's dancing, and she's DJing, I'm serving the lemonade. To me, what I've done is created a whole opportunity for everybody's gift and talents to be seen. You meet people like yourself, you get more exposure. So that's what I came home to do, to motivate people to step outside the box.
It's just such a cool thing. It was definitely history made when Haylis Law was passed to say, hey, no kid can be shut down if they're selling lemonade outside their house, or I believe it's at a park too.
House,
you can,
park, even a business establishment, as long as you get a permission to get it. You don't have to have a permit or a license. And we found out this year that we can be a part of the farmers market.
Oh, that's awesome.
And that we don't have to pay for a license. And hopefully the Merchant Street Fest will give us the same offer this year. The mayor wanted us to be there last year, but it was at the last minute. So she'll be able to do more things publicly. But this kid is trying to travel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're into music, you're into art, so you're wanting to travel?
So, now that I'm a teenager, kind of want to change my path a little bit. So I'm take some turns real fast. And I'll get back on that road, So I now want to go into music, So...
Do you play any instruments?
Not like that.
No.
Well, I used to play the saxophone. So...
Where was I at?
Well,
now she
apparently you weren't
pencils.
in the same. Apparently you weren't in the same house because
Right
if
now,
she was
she would
playing,
have said pencils like the drums, and she break pencils around my house. I would have went for that one, or the what you call them thing, bongos,
bongo.
them things, yeah. But
I'm a rapper.
saxophone.
Yes,
I was gonna say. So when it comes to music, are you
I'm
rapping?
I'm
Are
an
you
artist.
making beats? Or
I can make beats
okay,
with my hands.
hey,
it's better than nothing, I guess.
it is, because that can even lead to, once you know how to do it electronically, you're like, oh, I know exactly what I want. I just need to learn how the software works, and then
Yeah,
you
so
can make it happen.
I'm almost signed under Uncommon Entertainment Production with Charles Price. That's my producer, supposedly. Well, upcoming producer, He's been around for a few years. He's actually produced music for my uncle Chris. And he used to have a group with his friends called the Prime Supreme. I've heard a lot of stories about it. And they're actually in the Kankakee Museum, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they are. I've seen them.
Dinosaurs.
I've seen them on the TV.
You're gonna get in trouble for that.
I am
one.
the only sister of Prime Supreme other than Sharika Harris, and I think she and I have so many jokes about those boys. I'm not surprised that Hayli has that gift to see my brother
and
her
my
go
cousin
at it be
and my
amazing.
cousin Tiara also, and my cousin Isaiah. So it's a whole generation of it's a whole line of musicians, artists, My cousin,
creative people.
Yeah,
we have hairstylists in our family. We have
it's like when it starts from
dancers.
one person, it passes on the line. So it
Yes.
started from my great grandmother, and then my granny, now my mom, then my sister. I'm going on the path from my uncle being a rapper to who's older, Isaiah or Tiara?
Who's the oldest, Taylor?
No, just out of them two.
Tiara,
then Isaiah, then me. So look, it's crazy because this is all four.
Yeah.
Crazy 8.
This is crazy.
That's a lot. Can you rap something right now?
You need a beat?
Yes, I
Need a
do.
Need a beat? He said no.
Yes, I would actually like to rap one of my songs for you guys.
I would like
honestly. It's kind of an emotional song.
You need a beat?
Yes, I do.
What do you need?
He said, just the booth.
You need YouTube?
Yeah.
Just the booth.
And I can pull it up. Can I use your phone, please? Gracias, muchacho. I know a little bit Spanish.
I was gonna say, we're gonna learn some
write all
Spanish,
her
too.
music. I'm telling you right now, don't steal it.
I'm kind of nervous right now.
You can do
I'm
it.
kind of
No, don't be nervous.
You can do it, kid.
You're in good company.
Thank you. Okay.
So while she's finding the beat, your thing was TikTok, right?
Yep.
So what happened on TikTok?
Little Santana. So
so-
the dancer on TikTok. What happened?
So me and my little brother, I decided that I wanted to make a TikTok, and then we made the video. And the next morning, my mama woke me up and told me I went viral. And I was looking, and the views just kept going up. And then I was famous then.
So how many views did you have?
11.0 million.
11 million?
11.0.
11 point.
So what were you dancing to?
A sturdy song.
Okay.
What's that?
Like a dance.
Yeah.
What is it called?
I'm sturdier than him.
No, he not.
What?
Well, then what happened after, you go viral? Then what happened?
Then it said I got the log out, and it said my account was permanently banned.
Wow. Huh. Interesting.
So they just shut you down because you had 11.0 million?
No, I'm sure there is
TikTok.
another
It was
reason.
it was like a kid.
Maybe it's because you were too
And he
young.
stole my video and got all the views.
Oh, so another kid reported your page
And stole my video.
Oh,
and stole your video.
man, that's a bummer.
Wow.
Well, hopefully you get to try again someday. Sounds like you got something going on.
Well, we support you, okay?
Yeah.
We support you. So we're going to get some more TikToks.
Yeah, I
Since
was
you got
gonna say.
11.0, I think we should get you to do a TikTok with the kids, Jay.
Man. See, I don't want to do that to the kids because then they might be destined to fail if I get in a dancing TikTok
You got to
video.
get your rhythm.
And,
Oh,
Yeah, get your rhythm.
and I want them to have as bright of a future as possible.
His phone got 2% on it. I want to
Two?
get
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So we got to let her do her
2%.
freestyle.
Okay, all right.
It's not a
Okay.
freestyle. It's my song. Okay. Oh no, it started right away. Yeah. Had to work hard for what I got today, and I gotta pray to God that I live to see another day. I hope to live a wonderful life, become a glorious wife, and get praise for every step that I take. I fell deep into a hole and it's hurting my soul. This time I gotta find a way to regenerate. My people have been sold, not a lot of stories told, and other people turn around and call this stuff a mistake. Yeah, I lived at my lowest and handled with the coldest, and all he did was make my heart break. None is under control with the hold of the untold. We don't work hard for we want. Everything is told. I have a lot of reason to be mad at the world for murdering a little girl, not even having the courage to say an apology. Yeah. Cause that stuff hurt me severely, I had to bury my little homie Russ, he was 15. All he was doing was walking across the street. He ran through my driveway, at least it's what they told me. Then 20 minutes later, my mama had called me and said that she was sorry for me. I broke down and cried, I wasn't there by his side. And sometimes I was that day I was the one who had died. I was really tired and my brain was halfway fried. I didn't know what to think of myself, and I mean that for him when he was calling for help. I'm fed up with this stuff, I don't know nothing else, and I pray the Lord God, oh man, we need some help. I've been going through a really tough time, please help me get this drunk off my mind. I can't function when I'm all alone, I tend to get paranoid when I'm home alone. Prayers are thinking some bad things when no one picks up the phone. I don't know what to expect, but I'm always ready. I gotta carry this package, but it's really heavy. They said his levels never died, and why I'm still here, or I must have died already. I'm sad I'm ready to go another chapter of my life, but when I try to start over, nothing ever is right. I mess up everything in my life, nobody treats me right, and I'm still going through the pain. I can't sleep at night. Yeah.
Awesome. Hey, wow. That's pretty good.
It's the first time I rapped the whole thing with her. Yeah.
Sounded great.
Yeah.
And you wrote that all yourself.
I thunked that out a lot.
Was that a true story? Or
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. My friend that lived right behind me, Rusty, we all call him Rusty or Little Russ or something like that. And he was a good friend of mine, and he was really close. I was actually in Mississippi when it happened. It was July 6, 2021. And I had to put that in there because I like the beat, kind of like a sad beat and a, hype, emotional beat, So I did a lot of thinking on that song, and I just wrote it, and that's what it was. So,
I could tell. I could feel the passion in your voice. So that's great. Yeah, definitely keep working on that. Keep going.
Thank you.
Because that's awesome.
Yeah, like my mom, I was on the phone when she had heard the shots, and she ran outside and she just hung up. Like, I didn't know what happened because I didn't hear the shots. She heard them, and she had called me and said that someone had died, that, some shooting was going on, and it was about Rusty. And I had called my other friend, and he said that it was him. And at that time, I was like, nah, it can't be him, Like, I just talked to my mom like 20 minutes ago. She said it wasn't him. My mom called me like 5:36, and she told me that it was him. Like for 2 weeks, I was just devastated. I was depressed. I was going through a lot, Then I had to come home, and then like June, May, what's that? April, like 3 months before then, my grandfather had passed. He was the last grandparent I had. Now that, he was real close to me, Supposed to do a lot of fun things last summer. Teach me how to horseback ride, how to camp. I was gonna do so much fun stuff. And, I was telling him how in the future, when I got married or whatever, I wanted him to be there for me.
Yeah.
So that's why the lemonade is
loss.
important. Because the lemonade is a conversation breaker. It's the moment that she might need me, he might need me, he might need me, or you need me. And sometimes a person you're not hungry, but you just need a coating on your stomach and just something to make you feel good.
Sure.
So I appreciate her using music as her therapy.
Yes.
I appreciate him using dance as therapy. He's had his own experiences as well. And I'm big against gun violence. Give our boys a chance, give our girls a chance. I'm just over everybody just taking advantage of feeling like they have a right to. So whatever we can do to keep the kids happy, safe, we'll let the Cowboys and Indians do all that. Yeah. But as far as where we live, being a landmark, with her being a lemonade and entrepreneur, and us being a part of Kids Corner, we're here to bring the peace. We're here to bring the kids something to do in our neighborhood that won't go to other places here, or they can't afford it, or the times are off, or they can't have the transportation, or they just afraid. So I have a rough side to myself, but the kids know I generally love them. I deal with a lot of felons. I deal with a lot of community people who are broken. So the lemonade makes it better.
Yeah, brings a positive influence.
Definitely.
To the community and to a community in need, So I love that.
Thank you.
So what else? You talked about you're going to be at the farmers market this year, the Kankakee Farmers Market, probably going to be at Merchant Street Music Fest. And I mean, if anyone wants you to participate in their event, you're available for that as well.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
They can go online pretty soon. We're working on the website right now, but we can be reached at 404-590-4307. And my email address is mziva1@yahoo.com. She is in the lane of music right now. So her DJing for 2 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, it costs. Carrying that equipment, bringing her team, security, it costs. So now that she's transitioning out of Lemonade, what we've decided to do was we're going to keep her brand, but we're going to teach her how to teach other kids how to make lemonade.
Yeah.
And they buy it, the gallons from us, but we teach them how to get on their bike to promote exercise and everything. And they got their own cups.
I want it to be like a community thing. We were just talking about it like 2 days ago. And I was like, well, I mean, we've been talking about it for a while, but like recently, 2 days ago, you know, I was like, I can get some of my friends that are still here, you know, we can get bikes. We can get someone to donate some bikes or something. And donate some book bags, like clear book bags. So, you know, you can see what's in it. It looked really cool.
Yeah. And the parents will ride with the kids.
Yeah.
So it's like if a Mary Crest wants a kid.
Sure.
That parent and we'll teach them a whole concept. They just re-up with Hayli, you know, and whatever they have. And then we'll have like a kid expo and award dinner. I like doing stuff like that.
It'd be kind of like a hustle, you know?
Yes.
It'd be kind of like it's exercise, you know, every day. And we're not going to go far. Not at all. We don't want anyone getting hurt.
Right.
And I want to have some kids that I trust, you know?
Yeah, and cover all the neighborhoods.
So any kid that wants to come help me, help the community, we're taking kids 12 through 16. There you go.
Okay.
It's a good
Awesome.
age range.
You heard the boss, 12 through 16.
Anything else on Haylis Law or, you know, Haylibug Lemonade, music, anything else?
No, the next thing that's coming up is her international lemonade launch. May Day is May 1st is when all kids all over the world launch their lemonades for the summer. So we're having May Day in front of our house. We are planning some trips from Kankakee to Chicago by train. We got some horse rides. We're going to do a lot of community things, but she wants to travel this year.
Yeah.
But yes.
I want to get out more, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we've always been in the house. We don't go places where we don't have a transportation.
I'm sure,
thing.
Right. It would be nice to get out a little bit, see some new places.
It would be nice for a change, you know?
Yeah. Especially after the last couple of years we've had.
Yeah.
But you know what's more interesting? Him.
Yeah. Big Santana?
Big Santana with her is he's like my middle breakdown. So it's like when I'm up here, he's that cool, you know, mama lay back a little bit. Let me work with Hayli. I love the way his story inspired her. And I love the way his story has changed for him and helped his son. And it's really I love the story. So I know everybody's gonna want his book. So that's somebody, his skills. So he actually helps me with her. And I just met his son for the first time this week. So it's like, it feels good to be around other parents.
Okay.
You know, doing the same things. He's doing something positive with his son.
Yeah.
And I'm doing something positive with my daughter. So
it
feels good to be around other parents doing something good.
Absolutely. I agree. It helps everyone.
Yes.
Just to be around positive people and and a positive environment.
Yes. That's healthy.
Yes.
And fun.
Absolutely.
So what made you interested in us?
What made you? Well, I mean, to me, as I mentioned earlier, you know, Haylis Law that's history. It's history made in Kankakee, and it will forever be that way.
Crazy.
So I think I think it's a big deal. You know,
I think she's the youngest with a resolution in her name. She has the mayor presented her with a resolution too.
Oh, wow. I know how this story is going to be for my children. They're going to be like, Mom, you got a law in your name? I'm like, yeah, I've had it in there for like 20 years now, you know? Going on 21.
Yeah. Your kids are going to have quite a bit to live up to.
Yeah.
You know. All that pressure.
But the good part is she's gonna have practice because she's an aunt already.
Okay.
She has 4 nieces and nephews.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I just had one. I call him a stinker butt. That's mine. And everyone calls him chocolate draw, but I call him stinker butt. That's my
Stinker
nickname.
Call him don't.
He's what, 9 months? 9 months.
He's a big one.
He's
a big one.
And then I have a nephew that's 11. No, 10. He's 10. Armand. But my baby nephew's real name is Barry Burton III.
Lord Jesus.
AKA King Barry.
King Barry. I like that. Speaking of berries, before we end this podcast too, I still what did he say?
He's trying to figure out what you're gonna name it.
I don't know. I mean,
what you think?
Almost gone.
Yeah, it is almost gone. Yeah.
Are we gonna call it almost gone? Almost gone.
I kind of like that.
Yeah.
Almost gone.
Because it could be like a joke for real.
I don't know.
Like
It's just, it's so fruity. So you're not going to tell me what's in it besides, you said, what did you say?
We
Honey?
literally came up, we just started making it and we wanted
so you
to
don't
see
even
if you
know.
No, so we
Oh.
need a name for it.
Oh, man. I don't know. To me, it tastes very, it tastes very berry oriented. There's a lot of different flavors going on.
Oh, that is
but-
the new flavor. That's
What?
not Purple Monkey.
Yeah.
Right? Is it?
No, that's not purple.
Oh, I thought
What
it was
about-
Purple Monkey.
Tastes like
This was
I was going to say Rainbow Explosion wouldn't work because there's not like a billion colors. I'm just thinking of something
What
that,
does it remind you of?
Slap Your Mama.
like I said, it's very berry to
Yeah.
me. What did you say?
Slap Your Mama.
It's like-
That's a seasoning. Don't do it.
it kind of tastes like watermelon too. Do you have any ideas, Santana? What were your ideas on this? You didn't have any. You're
Capper Slapper.
Back and I told him 10 when it's done.
I just don't know.
Need something, not Berry Blast.
We need something.
We need something that's like unique, you know. Let's analyze this. I hope they can do comments on here.
This is so good.
Cotton candy?
Oh no.
No, I don't know.
We need a cool name.
I know. That's why
We need something that
I'm
like
feeling
no
the
one
pressure.
We'll call it the Kank.
I mean, you could call it the king.
Sure, that'll get more promotion.
Let's see. Kanka Fruity?
Fruity.
Hmm.
He said Kanka Fruity.
Yeah.
Shade.
Kankanade?
Oh no.
No.
Oh no.
I like that, Jay.
Oh,
I like that, Jay.
Oh,
Kankanade.
Well, that's a signature drink for Kankakee.
We gonna give you that one.
We need a piece of paper.
Write
or
it down.
something.
Write it down. That's gonna be yours. We're gonna be like,
Okay.
by the Jake P. Jake P.
Kankanade.
How you gonna spell it?
Kankanade.
Kankanade.
Instead of
well-
K-E-E, do K-A-N-K-A-D-E.
Right, it'd be Kanka. Kanka.
D-E.
D. Kankanade.
Like that?
Let me see.
I don't know if I did that right. Are 2 E's at the end?
Kankanade. Yeah.
Did it?
You got
Maybe, or.
it. Or let's do some. Let's do this. Do we have to do it with K?
You can do it with a Q.
Nah,
Then
that's
they won't sue
Quakenade.
us.
What would.
So for you, they won't.
I don't
sue
know.
us.
Q might would a Q confuse?
What else can say?
Well, you got a C.
Cake. Well, we got to keep the cake.
Yeah.
Cake.
Yeah. Okay.
We could name it Takiki.
I like Kank. Oh, let's see. Kanka with C's instead of K's.
We're gonna have to keep the K's. The K's goes.
Kankanade.
Canada. That sounds like something like
I was gonna
Canada.
say it looks something Canadian, doesn't it? Or
I
you
like
could
the
do-
Kankanade. We're gonna call it the
Kankanade.
Kankanade. That one. That's
That's
Kankanade.
dedicated
All
to
right.
you
Yep.
for life.
Yep.
All right.
We're
And
gonna
that
give you
is
Kankanade.
official. That's
Well,
official.
thanks. Wow. I feel
Dedicated
so
to you.
honored. I don't know how original that is, but
Now tell your children that.
I'll tell my children now. Be able to pass that on
Jake
to them.
P named this in 2022.
Well, I'll.
On April Fools.
I mean, I do have a son. He's 5. I can tell him the next time I see him that I invented.
You'll leave a legacy of Kankanades.
Kankanade, yeah.
Kankanade.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Mama, that could be the bike. That could be the bike name right there.
You know we going down for this Kankanade. Right?
Kankanade?
You know they're gonna call us. They're gonna be on our page. We going down. We going down.
Haley.
All right. Well, here's the Kankanade.
Here's the Kankanade.
Kankanade. Right. Well, this sounds country.
So she got to write you a song called the Kankanade.
Yeah, your next rap.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you both, Iva and Haley. This was a lot of fun.
Kankakee Podcast is a Lamore Media LLC production, hosted by Jake Lamore and edited by me, his intern Nathan. Thank you so much for listening. Please share this podcast with a family member, a friend, or a neighbor that you think might enjoy learning new things about the people and places of Kankakee County. Also, a special thank you to our patrons for helping make this episode possible, including Jake Lee, Jesse Arsenal, Dave Barron, Daryl Damper, Samantha Rocknowski, Blake Iverson, Travis Garcia, Jane Bostwick, Dawn Harrison, Simon Topless, Scott Wright, Terry O'Connell, Jamie Race, Eric Olson, Dan DeBoard, Jeff and Rosa Carroll, T. Drennan, Sandy and Steve Twait, and Rose Lucky. To become a podcast patron, go to kankakeepodcast.com and click on the Patron tab. If you pledge $5 or more per month, you'll also hear your name announced on an episode. There's other rewards like access to extended versions of episodes, behind-the-scenes podcast episodes, podcast merch, discounts on special events, and also spending a day at the Kankakee County Museum with Jake. So much more to come with that, and you guys, your monthly pledge is truly appreciated. Our goal right now is to reach $400 per month, so please sign up for the patron program today at kankakeepodcast.com. Our theme song is by Lupe Carroll.